Last time we had one of these, there was like an echo with the microphone. I had to turn it on and off or something.
I think they got this
Yeah.
thing fixed now.
Okay. Great. On the record. Ready to start recording.
Great.
I need to push this speaking button.
Yes.
Start recording.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Walker Bullock, and I've been appointed as the City of Archer's Code Enforcement Special Magistrate. I'm not a judge, I'm an attorney. My office is in Williston, and I live here in Archer. But in my position as the Code Enforcement Magistrate, I have the authority under Chapter 162 of the Florida statutes to hold a hearing tonight on the City of Archer's code enforcement violations and make a ruling based on my findings. If you were noticed to be here tonight, it is because you have been charged with violating the City of Archer's code enforcement regulations. My job tonight is to have an impartial hearing on the violation you are being charged with. I'm not on one side or the other. I'm here to listen to what the city has to say and listen to what you have to say, and then I will make a determination. But understand that if we move forward and I make a finding that you have violated the city's code, then I'm going to enter an order that is going to involve a daily fine. So every day that you fail to come into compliance, it will be considered a new violation, and that fine will continue to accrue and build up until you pay it off. This fine will act as a lien against your property, and the city can enforce it by foreclosing on your property. So it is not something that you can just ignore and it will go away. If you have an objection to the ruling I make tonight, you have a right to appeal it to the circuit court here in Alachua County within 30 days of this order. And we also like to let everyone know we don't take public comments. The only people that we'll be hearing from tonight will be the city, the respondent, and any witnesses called by either one of those. All right, so with that being said, what's our first case?
I have an addition to it. The first item, which is the Enlightened Homes.
Right.
SM number 2024-01.
Okay.
Case CB 0603-2024-01. He called me this afternoon and we had a discussion. We had a discussion on this issue. And when he first got the citation, he was under the impression that the outbuildings and the yard around that were the main issue. And he has cleaned all of that up. I mean, it really looks 90% better than what it did.
Before you go any further, Mr. Hammond, the respondent here is Enlight Homes?
He's not
LLC?
here.
He's not here.
He's
No
out of
one's
town.
here on behalf of Enlight Homes?
He's out of town.
Okay. All right.
He had done everything as far as cleaning up the outbuildings, got rid of those, and cleaned up the yard. The yard looks very nice, but he did not address the main building that's there. He did board the windows up, but the door is still not boarded up sufficiently. And when him and I talked this afternoon, I asked him what his intentions were, and I told him to send me an email on what he did, and that's what I passed to you just a little while ago. He is, within the next 2 weeks, going to bring a contractor in to evaluate the structure. If the structure is capable of being saved, he will have somebody come in within 30 days to start working on that building and rehab it.
Okay.
If it is not savable, he will have somebody come in within 30 days to demolish that building and get rid of it. So what staff is recommending is we postpone his case for another 30 days and bring it up at a later date.
Okay. So based on that, we will withhold adjudication on 2024-01, the City of Archer versus Enlight Homes LLC until it is noticed for another hearing.
I did add agenda item 3, which is a request from Miss Ellis, who was a previous case. She has requested a waiver of her lien. She has complied with her fine on the back water bill.
Okay.
Has requested a waiver on her lien, and the city's commission has asked that we bring this before you so they can be recommended back to the city staff commission.
Do you agree that she's in compliance?
Yes, she is in compliance right now, and we've had a very long discussion with her about that.
And you seek to discharge the lien completely?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
She knows she's not going to get any more extensions. She knows that if she's late on her bill, her water's going to be cut off, and she's not going to have any more kind of grants with it.
Okay, so she doesn't owe any further?
No, she's current with everything right now.
Okay. Okay. And then the next case, this Willie Brown case, is this one we had heard in the past as well?
Yes, sir. This is one that you did last year, and it's the one that we gave some extra time because he was concerned with the bank note on the building. We finally found out there was no bank note on the building, and we gave him some extra time to get rid of the building. Well, since we gave him that extra time, he's done nothing with it. And if you look at the recent pictures that I took the other day, the roof is falling in. It's a total wreck over there now.
Okay,
And we're doing a dangerous building on him now.
Okay. Is there anyone here on behalf of Mr. Willie Brown? Willie Brown or anyone on behalf of him here today? Okay. All right. And so, so do you want to, so would this be a repeat violation, or would this be a continuance of he just never came into compliance? Did he ever come into compliance and then come back out?
Because the first one was a code violation, and this one is a dangerous building violation.
I think since they're different, Mr. Did I shut up, or Red is go?
I believe Red is recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magistrate Bullock, my suggestion, since they're different charges, I would
Okay.
run it as first violation.
All right. And so do we want, so I don't know if we ever entered an order assessing the fine after the original amended order from the first violation. Do you want to pursue that today, or do you want to just?
I want to do this dangerous
Just do the
building
dangerous
so we
building,
can just
okay.
go in and condemn it and just take the building out ourselves. If he's not going to do anything with it, we just take the property.
Okay. Yeah, the other one was for a nuisance violation. Okay. That sounds good.
In your staff report, you indicated, Tony, that you would give him 10 days. Do you
Correct.
still wish
Yeah,
to do that?
I mean, 10 days is reasonable. I mean, there's not much left of that building, and he should be able to get rid of it in 10 days.
Okay, let me go ahead and swear you in, Mr. Hammond. Please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. And then, all right, and so you want to proceed, Mr. Walker? Or Mr.
Sure,
Hammond?
sure. If you'll give your full name and also your business address or work address, please.
Charles Anthony Hammond, City Manager for Archer, 16870 Southwest 134th Lane.
You also serve as our code enforcement officer.
Yes.
We have before you, it is a case, it's SM 2024-04, code enforcement case CV 0813-2024-01, City of Archer versus Willie Brown, is that correct?
Correct.
And what, have you inspected the Willie Brown property?
I went over and looked at Willie Brown's property yesterday, and I took photographs of it, and the photographs are exhibit Exhibit A, 6 of 7 and 7 of 7.
And do you wish to make those photographs a part of this record in this proceeding?
Yes,
Okay.
you can see the condition of the building now. The whole center of the building is caved in.
But before we enter those, can we go ahead and, you want to go ahead and enter your statements of violations and notice to appear and that sort of thing?
The notice of violation is the record which reflects the violation of Chapter 12, Article 5, unsafe building and structures, Section 12-253, creating, keeping, maintaining, allowing the existing of a dangerous building. Specifically, the property violates the Code of Ordinances in that it has a mobile home which is in such dilapidated condition in that it's unfit for human habitation or kept in such unsanitary conditions that is a menace to the health of the people residing in the vicinity thereof, or presents more than a dangerous fire hazard in the vicinity where it is located. The corrective action for this recommendation would be to remove the building and clean up the yard, because the yard is excessively high too.
Okay, this statement of violation I have on Exhibit A, page 1 of 7, was that sent to the respondent?
Yes, sir.
And the date of it of August 20th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to enter that as Exhibit A? Mr. Walker, Mr. Hammond, would you like to enter that as Exhibit A?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And does that include the notices as well?
Exhibit A is statement of violation and request for hearing, a notice of appearance, affidavit of posting, mail receipts for the 8/20/24, 8/14/24, and photo 1 indicating a photograph of the position of the building on 8/20/24, and a second photograph taken on 8/20/24.
Okay. So if you don't have any objection, I'll enter the statement of violation and request of hearing and the corresponding mail receipt as composite Exhibit A.
Yes, sir.
And then if you don't have any objection, I'll enter the notice to appear and the affidavit posting and those corresponding mail receipts as composite Exhibit B.
That will work perfectly well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this property is located within the city limits of Archer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we'll add that to our composite Exhibit A if you have no objection.
No objection.
Okay. And then the photographs here dated 8/20/24. Did you wish to enter those in as composite Exhibit C?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the respondent's not here to object, so we will enter those in as well. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Hammond?
Sir?
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just the final photographs that we took on the 9/4/24 as an additional exhibit.
Okay. We have those as Exhibit D. Okay. All right, is there any other evidence you'd like to enter?
The final exhibit would be, what was it, that last exhibit was C or D?
D was our last one.
The last exhibit would be Exhibit E, which was guideline that we provided the individual property owner, explaining the conditions of a unsafe building and what the requirements were to make it safe and what he needed to do with that particular piece of property. And that was out of our code.
Okay, would that be this page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll take judicial notice of the municipal regulations here. Okay, any other witnesses you'd like to call, Mr. Walker?
No, sir.
Okay. That being said, I'm going to make a finding that the testimony and evidence presented by the city of Archer clearly shows that the respondent is in violation of Article 5, the unsafe building, structures, and lands ordinance. I'm going to provide him 10 days to come back into compliance. And if he fails to do so, we will assess a fine at $250 a day. And that'll take place 10 days from when the order is entered. Any other cases on behalf of the city? Okay. I think with that, then we'll be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Walker.
Thank you.
Good night, gentlemen. Good night. Thank you.